very, very important. If we said the atu yenu ebin to we said that somewhere in December 31st, a crooked be a Chinese province of Wuhan, and a chassis no be say a Chinese virus. The president of the United States of America, Donald Trump said Chinese virus. It's not a epidemic. Yeah, they are do baby a and so and we are seeing now no yari akokodro ama a World Health Organization say a truly a global pandemic and numbers no kwa and a ecoso are affecting every sector of life. Our sports and excluded. I can't sports, I can't and a sports in kwa we are seeing now a timi akan way enter on one sports station. You know, Ajatumu said you don't come ashare the effect of COVID-19 on sport. And today, Yatimia put together all the movers and shakers in the industry. I'm a yadrin, you didn't come ashare a how I ever took a year sports as well. Now going forward, no Canadian yes, now then share quan and penifoi, a policy maker see a to her, a say, yade a free at Wemu, at me a good year, a good year, a big. I cassette the soul of the nation, called the UK Parliament. Culture Minister said, and the team left the moral of the UK people. And today, well, Princess a year Premier League no ever back, and 1st June Premier League no ever back. You bet the young common oh fear, Ashe or how a dear better a year industry so. Na dear Quan and Pinifoi a year Eddie Guho at the Bois Ama a sports no, a timmy assign a return. And a Juma day, young Pinifo and Abakai Hua Yenum Omudi Juma Day live on Happy 98.9 FM. I would see me. Yes, I'm live on ETV Ghana on your television. So yes, I'm live on GTV Sports Plus. GTV Sports Plus. And Juma Day, you were the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Perry Okuyeto, a Zoom platform. No, so Juma Day live on Zoom, a Zoom platform. So the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. So I join life. Social TV so and Chobum, a Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports Perry, Okuyeto, Honorable Alex Ejekum, or a chairman, I'm a Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports and Culture. I say MP, I'm a Empoho, Honorable Alex Ejekum. So I join live on our Zoom and live on air, on radio and on TV, also on all social media platforms. Also I face on the GOC president. The GOC president, President Ben Nunu Mensah, so a journey live on Jumedi so. Yes, I award the GFA president, President Ket E.S. Ukreku, so award a live a journey in Yebedi and Komo, or Jumedi swag for where the man from to Emma, the swag president Yako, and they will see say into me and journey, but the vice president, Morris Kwanzaa, editor. Emma Graphic Sports, Science Vice President, Emma, the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, also joining life. I'm in for say, with the Minkwana Mohanti, me mask no. We now say, what would say you feel no, or say was so no, to me, observe all the protocols I had to her at the Abua Akutia, a COVID-19, the way I be. And now we can't swag for one, the Vice President, Morris Kwanzaa, as I join life on Jumedi. So, Jumedi, I am in Kwana meeting with Chame, Miakasaminia. Bema, I friend Benjamin Willie Graham of a year GTV Sports Plus. As I come home, I bet to penny for no, a bit of some and a new year a free or more. And then I pay Yamobia Kwaba, a Mobia chain, about one sports station happy 98.9 FM. Oh, tweet at us, over to me tweet at us at happy 98.9 FM. Over to my show, you made so live on Facebook page, a happy 98.9 FM. Hashtag, a happy sports and a hashtag, a GTV Sports Plus, the plus sign, and yeah, PLUS. And the Jumedia, yeah, so, and Penifoniano, I cado, Eddie Jumediano, Abequa, Atomano, Esian de Edincomo. Now, young chassis and free a medical doctor, and my update, and Pimpe, and find a Yababedru, and your friend, and Yababedru. The current Ghanaian situation at the same year, my Munsem Kaka, Achichemu, maybe I be doing Dr. Prince Pambo, and so I journey life with Jumedi as so. Dr. Prince Pambo, a CAF and FIFA Medical Committee, no, or can who be national team, or actually, I team doctor, I'm a national team in Baby now. Doctor, ahomano so nti Dr. Prince Pambo, good morning to you. And ya ba ho ebepe baby a Ghana situation akwa na boy nkomo e fa kwa na free na fa na ba bedu ne. Dr. Prince Pambo, good morning to you. Donc bacho betimi on mute ho bacho bio mic na Ghana for. Okay. All right, you're live now.
Yes, sorry.
What is the Ghanaian situation?
Great. Where the mon fancha me say be my sisi me ni de niama kata mitiri ho. Minimum kasa efi me consulting room enti ye ni choice say ye be kwantia sa yare we. Me chetie fo nyina so. Enti I think say yare a ye ka ho asem yi a ya to din fe COVID-19 no. Ye nyina ye nim ebi a esha sifi ye sene wa udi kan eka ye no China na efimua mu na ba be pie woni pa mu na asate cause all the trouble na aboa na nkasa no ye frɛ no coronavirus into ye boa nkete. In fact, up to now scientists ya can say it's even non-living. Let us say any living thing enya aboa eje na home enti untumi nka say ye living thing na adeba ko a ediba no say efinipa ho na ekonipa ho enya de foforo sa coronavirus we no it's like most other respiratory tract viruses yahu SARS da yahu H1N1 yahu MERS da H1N1 they be kai say 2010 World Cup tie na bae no yenya vaccine tentem nti so be kai Accra Sports Stadium asa na obekọ your friend is saying Akosha World Cup no be South Africa no you organize massive vaccination at Accra Sports Stadium and sana obia timi koye enti you can respiratory tract and let us say fa ohinimu ana wenum ekọ na akodi ni juma nyina ewo waharawa na cause all the signs and symptoms enti na yare no sana esitie I mean the basic signs and symptoms so you can ho asema ase o minimum be kekao o be bowa kakra ohun so be yeshe kakra wapumu be yo ya kakra ba enim se aboa no ba omu a sebe ebetimi atena omu be ya 2 to 3 weeks simple abra sebe niama amabobo so nyina no onye den unshow any signs and symptoms say wenya bi inti o nam ho utinyo ya ho kwa nyehye umbo wa minimum kekao eno no ye friend asymptomatic na just nipa no oni sign bi edadi eno kwa na ya ema no yehu no esan say o feel say wonyare but wo mbo no wo mu enti ukotena obi ho na o kasa na sebe home afiu mu ntasuo a eba ebi ko nipa ni mu ana ebi to bebi na obi de ne saka na ekọ nanu ana ne huni mu ana nani a ono so betimi enya yare bi enti esas ye can say is transmitted via droplets let us say okasamu droplets ntasuo ni when dry DDH no ebetimi akonya obi later ye hu say sebe yare no etimi airborne let us say etimi tina wiemu kakra enti say obi be fa ha na obowa egu hanom a yare no betimi atena ewiemu kakra enti wonso kofa ho na ohumigu mu a wanhwa na wonya bi eno no koba say e wo say obia hye sa face mask here me hye me de bi chi hei a sebi yenso na e wo say ye san hye goggles so kan na kata oti ho ka ho na odebo ho ban yie enti na transmission no nie I think the be busumi be mienu nie na Ghana ye di kan record your first cases now nde amenu ka say globally nipa 4.26 million and omwenya yare we bi emu 1.5 million in fact 1.49 million na omu ayeden omu ho ato omu efi yare no omu awu globally 292,000 nipa omu awu coronavirus eku ono ebi NC we ase da say yare bi betimi aye say enti a global picture no na America dey because I know say you be more by discuss it effects on sports yenya global picture na yentimi zoom it down to what is happening to us locally oba ye kromo hanom a within Africa no Ghana ehuri atoso the 5th country yare no edoso ewo ye krom hanom mind you say men can say yare na no den 5th country yare no nipa omanya no edoso ewo krom ha no ewo Africa no Ghana yetoso enum asat enra nipa 5,127 ena omanya yare no bi 5,127 ena omanya yare no bi ewo Ghana emu almost 500 to say 494 aye den eho atomo ya de ya discharge sebe nipa 22 pe me de pe no be so nipa 22 pe ena omo ho akoka ana sebe yare no eku omo afi wiase enti nenti amaka se enye ye na ye de no odin bebre ni se o hwe nipa dudu a omo nya yare no ewo Ghana na sebe dudu a omo ewu afi mu a na che se ye death rate no ye kete enti eno no me desaba so bono first of all ye de bema nyame na ye de ndase no so ama yen healthcare workers sebe manka doctors manka nurses manka obi in particular healthcare workers starting from the security man at the gate to the cleaner to the nurses to the doctors obia ewo Ghana a place a role ne omampanyin ne mpanyifo niam omodi atutu akwan mu aye yusu eno na ama ye death rate no awo form adeba ko a esa ama ye death rate ewo form no globally nipa omunya yare no bebre a omuwu ntem no eya na omuye omu a omusue no akọ enim kakra eya mostly omusan wo underlying medical conditions be say bia hypertension diabetes cancer and sa nema no ba ye krom ha no ye hu se mrantie a omo ho odin no omo enenya yare no mo ewo Ghana esen sebi omo emu anyinyi enti mrantie so a ye ho odin no eya na ye immune system no ano odin enti eno no eyesa unya yare na enya de a ekun sa enti doctor for boa okaka na wetimi eje odi atifim enti ebeka say more young people are contracting it than older people ewo Ghana osa hwa embema enya yare no ewo Ghana ha more ena globally of course we are self and embema enya yare no esen ema ena yare no share ase ewo krom ha no for the first 2-3 weeks no na imported cases na che say yenuanom omonte Ghana amanone ena omudi efiba na ende ya menu kase yi no enya amanone fo yare bio enti first na akogidi yetim enti na yenuanom bia omotetete various suburbs bi feel so ye area mu ha obi anko abrochire yen tu kwanko be bia menana bia mpo ni passport enti abrochire fo yare ende amenu kase over 90% of nipa ya omanya yare bi nda ye kase omubia entu kwan enko be bia eti ne ye frɛ no community spread no eno na ye wo mu sesei ewo Ghana na che se unua na onye ote nchen ne one no koba no bi ebetimi aye de enya bi enti yare no abeye Ghana yare sesia sesia menu ekasa ndei kro a obiani akohwe ho se uyi enkran mantem efimu a kro a aye the latest hottest spot ewo Ghana sesia eye miame doba ana kro a meto mo asempa ne oboase hona yare no akwakopie bebre sesia ohwe neema oboase de no yehu kakra ne se enkran de ofa nipa ye won kan ye donso bebre enti proportionally numbers on umbohuta na oboase no eye kroketwa kakra na ohwe numbers na omo recording na just say oboase akoye the hottest sport asat enra adebako na doctor for ye nyina ye and health workers apomden for ye bisa ne say ye daily rate na just say dani day nyina no nipa sen e na ebeka ho. It is based on some numbers so na ye be hu say and the ye de ekofuma na ekoso asat enra make enra 12 May no nipa 427 and a year then ebe ka ho enti ye statistics no going forward no daily number Ghana Health Service edi beba be tuga no na ehun say ebiande cases ayebenya nde 90 sina ni omudi be tuga 80 adechi ni omudi be tuga 50 and based on that you bet me I can say and the nipa omunya yare no dani dan nyina no eye den kofom hona ubetimi aka say sebi ya piki awie ana say ya curve no flatten next say nipa dodo omunya no either say I stay neutral ana say kofom enti not in summary COVID-19 na abeji wiase aboso no world updates any Ghana updates
Ghanaian situational update no
ama obiano na say that's the latest ade a menka enter to on say ne yehu global trend no say restrictions be brave ye di tuga no ya na eboa esa economic hardship any commercial activities binti and probably relax your restrictions nande amenu kese enkro o ma relax o mo restrictions na start record higher cases bi o ma ya say o yangu niam mu kakra ma nipa ntimi pie nko di agro kakra na cases na start maso me the way chat so that seven ye penny for ye nimse o man penny ne penny for a futu koso kita won koso na nia omode ato ye so sesia no ye nyina ye nhwe so na ye ndi so yie na mrepemu no ye mania maso na Ghana yatimi adi nkonim ewo yare no
Dr. Prince Pambo and I'm watching Castle my the situational report on COVID-19 general report no other my no but any says kitwe bi ansa na yakọ questions na kasa so emu na interactions no emu but obi abetimi aso no mic no na maka hi actually Ghana fo nyina etie yen a omunya kunya nhwe live on TV no am sure say free ho honorable Perry Ekujeto obetimi aka hi am Ghana fo nyina sampa you are live on our Zoom network. Honorable, good morning to you. Honorable Perry, can you hear me?
Good morning, Honorable. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Please go on.
Okay, now me kase Mamenchia mweti for any mwafefo nyina anope.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable Alex Ejekum, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
And I believe that's Pastor Wajim joining us live on Zoom. There will constitution. That's Pastor Oyes. All right, the president of the Ghana Football Association, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Ohene. I'm home to say.
Right. Benu Numensa is also live. Honorable, and I said President Benu Numensa of the GOC. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Let me say good morning to President Kurt and then the Honorable Minister as well. And good morning to everybody in the studio.
All right. And this year, Graham is also live. Graham, are you ready to roll?
From the doc
all right, we are set to go. When him said President Eman first address to the nation, say we know how, but you'll be able to make the and I would engage the Honorable Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. First question, Mr. President said we know how to bring the economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life. And clearly, and economic impact to us. So, but I'm beside Honorable Perry Kujeto, impact pain and COVID-19 on the plans of the sports ministry in terms of the calendar year.
You bring me that. Dr. Pambo, I actually the situation globally and then on the continent of Africa and then the Ghanaian situation. In him say yari boni ya abe and since I'm so say a limited NIPA movement and say a limited NIPA movement in I say from time I Ghana record first case of 2 people all the way up to time I record several other cases are leading to a lockdown and a partial lockdown now. Yina yen to me MPA and Kobibia. Once I yen to me MPA and Kobibiano, Duma and to me and Koso. Sama atu yourself and including Ghana. And sounds na yen as a ministry no. No ma Nshishaya eguho SSA yedi juma for afi 2020 no. Na bebre no SSA ye to sheda. Edikan yenyina yenim se last year ye ko Africa Games. After Africa Games no nia na ye hwese ebeba su afi mu Olympics ewo Japan memu Tokyo 2020. Nanka between time I call Africa Games and NCC no yenkita mudie any ejumedie awudwa koso and it's the various federations no year preparation call qualifiers near there in preparation for Tokyo 2020. Miakasa mene.
All right. Honorable Perry Tune Kasano. Okay, I'll back into you.
What do you mean? Anka kwa bibia ye team no be pakota ni ade now so because of COVID-19 yentumi anko o hwe Tokyo 2020 any Paralympic Games ya to ase da 2021 na ye wo
okay. Definitely, yeah, network a problem. Yes, clearly we are connecting from a lot of places in T. You behind the Benya network, said the pen but honorable network in 2 minutes solid. Obetua. Honorable. Okay, so Graham, take over. So honorable, if you can open your pause here, Graham, take over.
Let me quickly move to GOC. And Mr. Benunu Mensah said, CCR, IOC, GOC, meaning someone regarding the Olympic Games. And what has been the effect of the Olympic Games cancellation to our sportsmen, especially athletes, boxers, and the rest who were hoping, say, at least many opportunity, I could represent Ghana at the event. Hello, Mr. Benunu Mensah.
Okay, Graham, before Ibenya Ben, ewo ahumano so man also yi in seminar no clearly you be try say obi line be solid na ya ton komodie no so but Graham the rundown and I say update Dr. Ademaye and the minister no so akano. What do you make of it so far?
If it's a global.
Okay, so Graham, so he'll join us. But me, the minister still online. Honorable Perrin, but if you can go ahead and give us the impact, the Amawa, we will be grateful. Wrap up for us now. Yeah,
Yo, Intiniana America, and it's Osha yen sporting activities. All sporting activities have been cancelled. Our facilities like
too bad. But we have a home say you have connecting with everybody.
Hello.
Yes, me too can say, honorable. Okay, Graham, I said Benunu Mensa back online. So if you can ask me a question again, now on
So, GOC President, Nami Bisase, I was thinking regarding the Olympic Games. What has been the effect of it on our athletes so far? What are they telling you? Mr. Numeza.
But I unmute your mic, Honorable President Benunu Mensah, unmute your mic, now. Okay, thank you.
I'm okay now.
Yeah, you're live now.
Okay. So I was asked, what has been the effect of the cancellation of the Olympic Games on our athletes? What has been the effect? In fact, you're the next year, 2021. What are the athletes telling you?
Well, just like any athletes, and also we are all prepared for exams and our competition. No, put himself all schedule and with the idea so we picky at a particular time. I think initially that is the problem maybe most of the athletes will have because it be on training schedule. No, my say by June now it be no picky until once the games was postponed. It be about say through the training schedule out of the year. But I think apart from that, no, we share your hands. It's a kind of maybe a blessing, kakra, but if we are not careful, near money a blessing, and no be man a curse to us. Because we are used to it be a last minute. You prepare the very last minute. It will be back and say, yes, we still have some time on our hand. If it's next year, be prepared. But if you see the attitude now, Migidi say, Nianka blessing, it will still be time remember and will still not have made any difference. But I think the athletes, yes, they've been affected, but because it's about a year and I see they have to stay down for a year, I think they can readjust one training schedule and then peak at the right time.
All right, GOC President, that's super. I called the president of the Ghana Football Association, President Ketia Sukreko. Since 2007, I ball league Yentimi and complete any league season. Of course, number 12 by my football is suspended, and send a ball NC special competition. And that's why I say COVID-19 and they bear somewhere around 16th day on the month of March, and GFN suspended leagues in football activities in our Okuma following president announcement. How has this affected the development of the game of football in the country based on the fact that 3 years?
From Honorable Deputy Minister to Honorable Alex Ejibu, Miami GOC President, Minianum from SWAG, and the GTV Sports, Michobia, and Michobia Bia also OTA at this moment in time across the length and breadth of the country. Say one industry or mass of a year in this country over the last 3 years. Make us say football industry. And then I make us you go through a very difficult period. Terminal COVID-19. Sure say make us say the COVID-19. COVID-19 period that Yambo Ghana have for almost 2 years. Yenuanum emba nembemanya go without any gainful employment. A period that club owners suffer because one production cycle, one business cycle, about to a halt completely. And if you look at the football industry, we have top flights now directly gainful employment opportunities to minimum 5,000 people across the country. Indirect employment in the only God knows the numbers. So for 2 years, I am Ghana Hanum. Believe me, easy from club owners, from the active participants, players, Obia or belonging to the football industry was heavily affected by COVID-19. Then at the time, try to say you better recover from COVID-18. Boom, COVID-19. COVID-19 is there, and across the seas and oceans, across the borders. Club owners, who they are way clear, they continue to spend on the players. Players so SBT God-gifted talents, for which reason they cannot develop and be bigger stars and bigger money or more money. Just even the media, content. It's not like time football content levels pretty high. To say or to talk about the impact of diseases, COVID-18 and COVID-19 on the football industry is unquantifiable. When I think about my colleague club owners, me, for example, me were Dreams FC, me will still believe coach team in God they trust no more me and son, me were Dreams Temale. So I own virtually 5 football clubs, and I take care of every player in this football club. So you can just imagine, and players be so extra omubusia for, and that's Mepeo. Now go to other 18 Premier League clubs, 48 Division 1 clubs, Division 2 clubs across the country, Division 3 clubs. One more provided for juvenile football. So you can clearly say the football industry has really suffered within the last 3 years or thereabout. And honestly, for us to be on our feet again, Tisanyami.
Mami, let me go to Swag. Now, maybe Mr. Charles. One of the key problems are currently journalists, they face here content creation. In fact, if we're broadcast journalists or print journalists, you have your own issues. The effect of it, how has that affected journalistic work and the COVID issue? And what's the way forward for journalists in this situation as sports writers, as sports journalists?
Oh, Graham, a very good morning to all our viewers this morning. I know I'm here, I'm happy. Just before I continue, Mabaso, currently Happy Sports is trending on Twitter trend. Happy Sports is #1. And for you to get the GOC president, the deputy minister, all these big guns on the platform. Now, at Swag, President Kett affecting very hugely. The reason is that sports are main and as sports journalists, yes, you to me around now you're practicing your now within the period sports and not just football, sports and Olympic Games a few journalists would have gone with them. Say other sporting activities you would find journalists covering hockey, football, and so many activities. Now journalists cover Premier League. On your allowance, Odi Blasters a chair, on your allowance, apart from Naketia, Yadimano, Some women a mebio, and because yenye league, especially the Ghana Premier League, any hontino, a lot of radio stations lose revenue. Baby Enyeska either to league commentary, not sponsorship, also and all that. The guys are not working, the radio stations are not making money. Enti ama young guys nibi but to every misfortune, there's a blessing. Graham, one bring number to say technology and a Zoom and SWAT, for instance. Many of the meetings are within the period, virtual meetings and to Isamia, we have hugely been affected. Yeah, that's what awards. Now, May 23. Unfortunately, we cannot have this event. We have been affected as sports journalists.
Okay, Barrister, that's it. My main core, the ministry, I in charge of sports. In fact, almost sector. In the name, almost what has been the economic impact, and they care about numbers in terms of revenues, expenditure, and a year almost due to this global pandemic. Honorable Perry, but what has been the economic impact in terms of the ministry due to COVID-19?
So, Benjamin does it. Well, the impact has been quite serious in the sense it's young as a sports ministry, and the sports industry in general. It is the activities are also within the sector, and I generate incomes, MIN as a ministry, and then as agencies are a war ministry. With the shutting down of all sporting activities, clearly there's no revenue going to come in from the various facilities we have. Also, like the FA president and the GOC president have said, sports in the last couple of years, especially football, has been the hardest hit industry in Ghana. From the NAS expose to normalization to where we are today. And it is now that from the ingenuity of the new leadership of the ballers, yes, that is with Omo campaign now, to bring back the love and the rest of it. And kasi see, yeah, facilities now, what to say, stadium, Accra Sports Stadium, Kumasi, Baba Sports Stadium, near there, patronage in terms of Omu pay ever supportive teams, soaring up revenues for both the clubs and the National Sports Authority. All of these have sort of grounded to a halt just in a few months after we have picked and sort of are trying to put things in place to make sure the industry works. And the economic impact on us has been quite
okay, honorable, that may will follow up kakra the man sana Graham Abemo. Now, maybe say do we have numbers? Yeah, now you didn't come say we kasa kano. Ebi say we don't talk based on figures. Sports team generate in terms of GDP and the value chain are there. But you the economic impact. Okay, saying a ministry, actually in terms of the lack of sporting activities across the country in terms of figures. How much have we lost in terms of figures?
Well, as we speak, Nadia, I don't have figures off the top of my head. But if you look at the facilities that we have, and these are the facilities that generate revenue for us. Apart from that, if you look at our athletes, what they engage in, the trade supply is the various disciplines in which they sort of If you look at our clubs, for instance, these are huge clubs with number of players, with technical people. Every federation has athletes, has technical people, coaches, and the rest of it. All these people.
Okay. Graham, over to you.
Maminko Parliamentary Select Committee on Youth and Sports, Honorable Alex Mejekumoha. Maybe say, what has been the interaction between the Select Committee and the other sports federation, in a way to find solution to ameliorate their plight? Because Minister federations be one more. I want person binding in terms of finances. What has been the interaction from the Select Committee on Youth and Sports and Culture and other federations?
Yo, Mamini Kain in Chia, my big brother Kate, and Ben, Deputy Minister, and Swag Rep, say COVID in na American MC Asia. Michia mpo abato mpefia so a anapei ebia ebinumu etie anaso omo hwe yen question na we bisa no ehia se we bisa because the deputy minister kan sa COVID change the calendar of the sports ministry entirely na ohwe so a GFA eka 43 federations ahoro na sports yehwe Ghana ha onzi nyina yegitum say football the passion of the nation and ya bibia ni ana ye de eno edinkan na ohwe other federations athletics say boxing all the others obia no sa de ye bai akaka obia everybody every federation bia no their activities are come to a halt and the sports industry is a big huge I can't say and Crawford I don't want to I can't sound Crawford in now. Now, back to Sabin Kitamudia, Yene South Federation AD. Yesha GFA. New Parliamentary Select Committee, the programmer, Omode out form no. Now we are all hoping starting league if a first round, second round, and now semi upper. In terms of sponsorship, everything. Now discussions were going on. A bit to me annually sponsors for the league. You share other sporting my brother only Ghana for a group baby, we were suspended on some other areas. Fortunately, we have been brought back. I'm so Beckham Huasem into 8. 2023, we are hosting all African Games. Now it starts from Ende preparation. Now, Nihinanan to Tuyana, Dihinanan, say, Minister, Deputy Minister, Ebi Obekahu, maybe a year doing infrastructure wise, now in the Manema until internal wrangles other federations, especially athletics, behind the scene, I've seen the GOC president, all the stakeholders in a year to say, Asumvie Ebebaho, Nasumvie Baha, and now program, maybe Anna, as some run up, you bet me around. Only the minimum say now and Shibia so about Shibia, when it comes to they bring in whatever it needs to be to Parliament. Yeah, as a support to be a yes, yeah, the back my Parliament to me. I take a decision to assist the sports industry. No, yeah, so you will say you the boy.
Honorable, that's it. My main call the GOC president. Oh, Kasano Kase behind the scenes GOC president. No, it's me resolve. Boama resolve. Wranglers na there also some of the federations. But on March 24th, and the president of IOC, Thomas Birch, Kase Olympic Games. No, it was that I could share July of 2021. But Uncle Ben, Mr. Do you have any financial support for athletes? A free International Olympic Committee or ABBA, Modiboy, you want to GFA, and your support from FIFA. GOC, when you are someone be a free IOC, Modiboy athlete or Modiboy or more Trans Olympic in the next year.
Okay, Ohene Midasi, say, yeah, share ebia sika omode senior brain and say, okay, Munjina Monfang share at least ebia going to me Uncle Games. What they have rather done, say, there are a lot of scholarship programs anka erania anka ebia ebewie this year, July, just before the Olympic Games. The IOC say, remember all those programs, the scholarship programs, sending grant programs, they will let them run. In Tibia, so your athlete, and I say, currently, ebia unyabe $1,200 a month from IOC now, anka ebewie 2019. IOC extended our scholarship to 2021, just before the Olympic Games. So that I would say be a financial support, be one way or the other. ABBA. The other financial support be a need from Anoka. Last year, Anoka HG be $1 million to say, see to me the full complement of African athletes don't be qualified for the games now. Omo de says you cannot ever fund training programs, competitions near there. By way of the American says special support, and I say BBI Sika in terms of Sikano. I know yes, 1 million and that's why be a knocker a year ready or once all the athletes are qualified no more the brain. But for now, what IOC has done is to extend scholarship programs, to extend grant programs for 1 more year. So at least some more GOC scholarships. So when there are about 12 of them, Anchor scholarship July year. Fortunately, it's been extended. They will continue to get a Sikana and Komunia free IOC.
Okay. I mean, country for said we are streaming live on Facebook, GTV Sports Plus. The question will come at GFA President Nobuket Okreku. Pesemi Bisa said, if we decide as a country to annul the league, for instance, that's been the big question everybody is asking. What will be the revenue loss for clubs, the FA, and of course the other stakeholders of the league? And now he's also asking, say, calendar for more, they want to know whether we are going forward or we are going backwards. What really will be the revenue loss if we decide that we are going to another league? Okay,
the league and Graham, decide say about another league, as we speak. Executive Council Asia some few days ago, and I consider all the possibilities. Following which the issue press statement say we'll continue to work closely with government and the health ministry to see what the turnout will be. And then beyond that, a deadline of June 30th, by which time council will be to take definite decisions as to whether you be truncate league, and I say you be cancel, and I say you be given conceded circumstances within Ghana and beyond the shores of Ghana. Beyond the shores of Ghana, I'm talking about FIFA. However, if we are to cancel the league, I'll say it will be another challenging period for clubs, for players, for referees, and all active participants of the sport. Like I said earlier, football directly at the top level, Premier League, Women's Premier League Division 1, you employed directly 5,000 plus minus of the youth. Now, when you go to the lower leagues, second division, third division, even juvenile, and then we consider the indirect employment opportunities at football industry, mano. Then you're talking about millions of not only Ghanaian cedis, but also European euros and British pounds and American dollars. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of loss of revenue to active participants, believe me, I can't put figures to it. Then you want to look at partners that clubs already have, whether in first division or in the Premier League. Clearly, for example, at Dreams FC, if there's no football, you don't expect, say, your sponsors will continue to dole out money to the club because charities, even charity work, we have visibility. Okay, you're also looking at partnerships that currently exist at the FA level, whether by way of sponsorship or by way of direct partnerships. You're looking at the loss of possible revenue as a result of the resumption of the league, because before Yako into this break, we're heavily engaging the private sector on coming on board as partners for the Football Association. And given the fact that the mechanism, the strategies now you're putting in place before the start of the league season really registered a good mark in the hearts and minds of the public. Corporate Ghana has started looking at the Ghana Football Association again and the football industry as possible partners. And expected revenues embebium, obviously, and that will be a big toll. I mean, the only guaranteed revenue or inflow for football or Ghana via the Football Association, FIFA forward money from FIFA. So if it is that we have to rely solely on the FIFA forward money, we have to manage football to the pensioner, we need to look at support from corporate Ghana, and therefore during this period, say councillor, you don't expect corporate Ghana to take a serious. Don't forget, say Graham, since 2017, Yembo ball, yen declare champion that. Yembo league, yen declare champion that. So, in the mindset of the direct consumers of the sport, of the business, they're looking at the product, the history of the product, and how consistently the product is becoming inconsistent. Okay, and one companies and football for a businesses, they don't want to be aligned with a product which is consistently inconsistent. So clearly, it's a big problem. I have said, football now with TV, so it's created and manned by human beings. And if it is, say, we have human beings in Ghana, it only means yes, so you bet me a producer the TV, so but say 2 years, 3 years, won't mean about football. Obviously, you will not be in a good way in terms of brand positioning and maintaining the quality of the product you have. You see, FN clearly beluzu your partners that we already have. On board, beluzu clubs, beluzu on partnerships, players. Some few players in Ghana even have endorsements with companies. Maybe will boot football boot engagement with companies. They're going to lose all of that. Okay, funds ebeluzu bibia emom satisfaction. Football fans go to the various stadia to consume football, entertaining womunya something that ultimately places value on it. Okay, corporate Ghana that amazing platform football FOM to sell or market their products and to sell their messages. So in terms of figures, I can't really offer you, but clearly, OTA the market you see say the numbers are unending.
But President, really a quick follow up for you.
Yeah.
Is it not a flaw in our game, say, since a match of this year suspending football, intiminya figures to the economic impact elsewhere in Spain, in England? How much they've lost in terms of sticker.
Yeah.
It also goes to also say, is there not a flaw on our part? We cannot even make a plan or a presentation to government, say this is how much football, tangible and intangible, this is how much we are contributing to the GDP of this country.
Okay.
So that the corporate world can rely on that figures and make decisions as to whether they want to support football or not.
I think we are in a stage in our football development where SAA allows science to play a big part, and science would mean we'll have a scientific work on the contribution of football to the economy. And it is something that the Football Association under my leadership will clearly pursue. The fact that it's not been done scientifically in the time past only presents us with a challenge and the possibility to get it done. And that is what we intend to pursue.
Thank you very much, Curtis Okreku, the JF President. My question is, Deputy Sports Minister Perry Kujeto, what has been the relationship between the Sports Ministry and any other sporting federations, i.e. players, athletes, welfare, any roadmap for the resumption of sport? Any attitude say clubs in because of league, no more players have salary. Because how many players in can ministry, no money federations need to come so who they cost or the various federations more COVID-19
That's it. The relationship between the ministry and stakeholders, i.e. sports federations, has been excellent over the period. And since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, there have been discussions at various levels. UC president online also to me the who dance here say minister honorable Isaac Siama, and several meetings have been held to discuss.
Okay, so you about to Deputy Sports Minister and saying network because it's important to see the relationship between the ministry in charge of sports, any other federations, and in this very difficult period that you if any industry affected sports in the between the ministry and the federations. Honorable Bachu. Honorable Perry, but Ghana for you responsible. All right, we will come back to Honorable Perry Kujeto Neaje response because it's important. So Gary, please over to you.
Well, very important. MIT for you now say, almost here, I was happy 19.9, almost sharing so ETV, Energy TV Sports Plus, so-called social media, so many on Facebook, GTV Sports Plus, or Twitter, so that they can also follow us live on our Twitter handles. I remember call on our next Major Kumana Mbisano said, at this stage, meaning say select committee, we are aware in terms of other allocations, IBA federations in the for support. Currently, in terms of packages, be or honoma, decided or my meeting, I can say, okay, in our interactions, PBB Farmer federations now. At this stage, what to do in terms of some bit of support for their athletes. Hello, now.
Yes, sir. Hello.
I'm Patrona.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, me can say so that we didn't kind no. OTA FA president now will outline the fact to say when she say it depends on funding. Now funding no apart from FIFA funding, I forward funding from FIFA no. Internally here, there's the need for partnership. Now, partnership now, they are looking at the private sector partnership. They are doing that interaction. Abain there, they are abain able to me aye. And then what the pre-COVID-19 period, it to me it creates a budget at the ministry, about parliament. Budget on the buy and so you will go home my G2. No rolling and going forward, you know. The new FA about assuming duty. Nan can she say, yeah, say, Bibia Ebecoso Pepe. But Utia, the FA president made a certain remark, sir, a far-fetching. And that is, since 2017, you know, football in particular, our mind has become consistently inconsistent. Now, and now, from the point of view of the select committee, you know, you say, me in particular, I mean, say, if it has become consistently inconsistent, then say, you be careful. You being say, some of the issues are endogenic and exogenic. Exogenic, you know, a problem that has gotten to do with situation here, a war at hand now, COVID-19. Obia is an unexpected pandemic. Awaba, Obia nim.
Mamin Kayati for say we are live on radio on Happy 98.9 FM. We are live on TV, ETV Ghana. We are also live on DTV Sports Plus. You made the effect of COVID-19 on sports and TNA stakeholders from Parliament to the Sports Ministry to the Ghana Football Association called the GOC and the SWAG, Sports Writers Association of Ghana. Ye didn't come ashe impact way enya sports economy, both economic and social impact enya so no. Na Alex Ejekum or select a parliamentary select committee on sports and culture and then
those endogenic, you know, has gotten to do with administration of football in our country.
Oh, eti yebetwa dwumadie no esom. Mamenko barrister ho oye chwochwofo general secretary at the Sports Writers Association of Ghana. Barrister, o members ni bi aba ho ababo amane se sebe omadwuma hwere wo mo ana se dwumadie omudie ya mo half salary. Complaints been aba from a sports journalist to the association.
Well, generally, me person emphasize you say yes, group be an institution be I share there and answer one bread during this COVID. It is the sports industry. GFA president Kasana will raise concern about quantifying how much lost. Just about 3 weeks ago, Namini Henry Asante Kasa communication director. Now we're looking at Nipadudua football are employed and then one more benefit on football. And you saw you. Many can say my calculation. President say one more employee Nipa 500 without but Ubunenia Nipa 500. If the average salary is
5,000 directly for the top flight from the top flight, yeah.
5,000 top flight 5,000. If the average salary is 500 Ghana, you can imagine how much FNU lose in a month. You know, the matter sponsorship and all those deals. On from my, they are 5 by 5,000. That alone is huge money. But coming straight, as I speak with you, about 4 of our members at the petition, 4 of our members at the petition say, because programs have been affected. COVID by amount for MP sports at Bebre, and amount for MP sports Akai Bebre. people want to know about what is happening within the COVID area. And among radio stations, TV stations, and the newspapers, people don't pay attention. And now, same more, and yet one big media industry in Ghana, a lay off, Nipa 104, 107 sports of war. So people have come to, 4 of them have come to me, and challenging. Also, our market because of COVID. And as I did, we want to make fun court to knock out with COVID in G. So, and that's what we were a global pandemic.
Okay, Barrister. That's it. That's it. I'm saying, yeah, the import of a Gary. Now you per Graham. Sorry, now you per Perry. In some relationship between ministry and federations. No, yeah, the partner na Humano a breaky and think about me. No, my anka Ghana for the Belgium. On our period, if you can please answer, what has been the relationship between? Yeah. Honorable Bacho, you. Okay. Graham, please, your next question. You better try to say connect the deputy minister. Zoom network. You clearly say, okay, we would go to him. But Graham, if you can ask the next question, we'd be grateful.
I'm call FA president. No, CCR, yeah, situation on the ground. I mean, you say, any penny for the Kitangudie. So, from percent bisa, money government in Kitangudie regarding stimulus package, how many clubs? No, I could just say, and what's the response? Is it favorable? Clubs, like I said, there's something in the offering for them. At least they have something for them to smile about.
Okay, and Graham, throughout the, let me go back a bit before. You resume, and I start a new football season under my leadership. You call Abaho, and Abai Ekodi Nkomo. And Nkomo was based on the fact that we're just coming out of COVID-19. And for 2 years, several clubs, ball, club owners, players, match officials, every direct participant has been at home. There was a need for us to be helped so that we can come back on our feet. It's the sports ministry, indeed, they shared in our concerns, following which the sector minister RNG meeting with the father of the land, the president, President Nado, Edin Komo about football. Then whilst we're continuing with those levels of engagement, boom, COVID-19 SOBI. And every facet of the Ghanaian economy is being affected, whether Juma in the hotel industry, the airline industry, the football industry, we are all affected in one way or the other. Like I said, we were 5 clubs. And the fact say during this period, there's no commerce. We share the guaranteed revenue streams available to football industry. Ghana, you talk about player trading, you talk about gate receipts, you talk about direct sponsorship, you talk about TV rights. Now, during this period, you can't harness the potential that exists along these lines that I'm talking about. And see clearly, every club owner, every participant, be it a player, an official, a media person, have been hugely affected. So, again, your sector ministry, honorable football industry, so Ghana. Indeed, we play perhaps a big part. So, I can say football is a passion of the nation. It means a lot. It means everybody say Ghana for 30 million, ubia per ball, ubia share ball, and share what the FA did this year with the commencement of the league, any marketing campaigns. Now, it tells you clearly say were almost close to bringing back the love to the people of this country. Obia Ghana started looking at the Ghanaian game again. And say Ghanaian game way is not available again. It means there's a big problem. Football, football for yare. You understand me? And so football is perhaps one of the strongest vehicles either the government and I say the nation can look up to in solving lots of socioeconomic problems. And see, call back to the sports ministry, Nisha, Honorable Minister, and Ubia Ministry Honor. Indeed, the good news at that time was that Oman Penny and Kasa directed say every ministry should look at the COVID-19 situation and make proposals for consideration by the government. And the discussions there, the can say about so they consider proposals now there are two women and look at how best they can also help a big industry and I say an industry with so much potential to say the football industry. Now beyond government, you engage your parent bodies, WAFO, CAF, and FIFA. And in the meetings with WAFO, obviously WAFO, CAF, they look up to CAF. CAF, they look up to FIFA, obviously. And the member associations, presidents in the world, we met. Essentially, football presidents on the African continent, and following those two proposals, FIFA president Kasai. Now, and in Kasai, he was very, very clear. Or say the annual FIFA Forward Salvation or the member associations in the month of July, or of fast forwarding. Now, usually, every member association has to meet 10 important criteria points before between access the $500,000. But because of COVID-19, FIFA president say nobody, and that's best scrabble all the 10 cardinal points and pay the money to every member association, so that we'll be able to meet our obligations from now on till January, when the next salvation will come. But most importantly, he also accepted the fact that we are not in normal times and we need to help member associations and our direct stakeholders. So what FIFA decided to do is to set up the COVID-19 emergency fund. And also FIFA equality, a lot of information from all member associations. And we know say, trained for the FIFA Bureau of Council to decide on the quantum of support in terms of financials to member associations. Na saska yeba FNB betrasi na ya consult na ya the aboa ya member clubs because clubs are suffering in this country, believe me. So on your ball that you never understand this, but why a ball pain? And I'll say why only coast club that you will understand what this means. Indeed, as you speak now, it looks positive. Immediately to a second FIFA emergency fund now. You better consult to, you better make sure say your clubs are benefiting from the fund. You hope to say buying back to the support of the football industry, because look, everywhere in the world football there's been a very good relationship between Abai and the Football Association, because it is very clear and even in the more established duration, say, for any football association to be able to achieve its targets, there's a need for direct cash investment by the government. So before you achieve that, you need to have a good working relationship. You need to go to the government to explain why they have to be direct partners, why XLM investing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, if you want. Okay, and I think say, from day one, you vote here into office, this is what we've been doing. We've been engaging all key stakeholders in government, the sports ministry, the select committee on sports, Honorable Alexei Jekum would attest to that, the president himself, because, hey, you care about good facilities. You care about national team investment in the national teams. You buying. In fact, in other countries, buying also give direct money to clubs directly, be it Nigeria, be it Ivory Coast, be it Spain, be it in England, through varied means. I mean, special funds. Okay, you need to convince Abai beyond reasonable doubt why they have to come on board, why football is so important. And I'm saying, look, even during this COVID-19 period, if we engage properly and we find a way to play football, a lot of our youth will stay at home and consume football because everybody is in love with football. You know, so football, the football platform, it's amazing, and it can only be harnessed properly if all of us work closely together, whether GFA, whether GOC, the sports sector, the sports ministry, mainline government. We have to work closely to ensure, say, we are able to deliver a product that is interesting and a product that solves many, many, many problems in this country, because everybody is in love with football.
Okay, so FA president, at this stage, clubs know, I would say, they don't know exactly when the support will come. So if they decide to talk about
at this stage, Obianim, the processes involved. The FA engage all RFAs, they engage Division 1 clubs, zone by zone, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. You engage Women's Premier League clubs, you engage the Elite League, the Premier League clubs over the last 2 weeks. Okay, so the stage you do say Obianim say in the last few days, cabinet has been meeting. So clearly some decisions will come out of cabinet by way of request Yedato Abainim, FIFA president, as I can say, of fast tracking all the processes to ensure we have the emergency fund. So we are only playing the waiting game. Yeah, train. Once it comes quickly, we need to address the problems of our club. Don't forget, at the time I started the football season, when we had no sponsorship, when we had not received our yearly subvention from FIFA, a court decision where Glo paid an outstanding debt of 1 million to the FA. Quickly, what did we do? The council met. We decided on how to support our clubs directly. Clubs in the top 3, $400,000 to kickstart the season. Premier League, Women's Premier League, and Division 1. Okay, we engage the Referees Association. Now, we paid part. We engage Match Commissioners Association. Now, you pay part. We ensure we had footballs for clubs from the Premier League. 40 balls per club, Division 1, 30 balls, Women's Premier, 30 balls, across all the 82 clubs in the country. At the RFA level, so 1,000 football. So even in scarcity, we have been able to have a feel, say, your clubs know here support, we need to be there for them. Because, hey, I'm a club owner. Without this support, I don't know how I was going to manage it. We have 5 football clubs in this country. I also support a lot of Division 1 clubs. So you can just imagine, without this support from the Football Association, it's not possible. So I'm saying, yes, clubs know play the waiting game, but they are positive because they believe in the leadership of the FA, that we've been honest to them about the situation facing all of us. We are all club owners. We believe in what they feel. We know how they feel, and we're working overtime to ensure, government, FIFA, all come on board to support us because we need the support.
Okay, thank you very much, President of the FA. Now, but 500,000 ABBA.
Debbie.
Bye.
Debbie.
Okay.
So again, we are expecting 2 funds: the FIFA Forward Operational Fund, which is 500,000, and then the emergency fund. FIFA ain't decided on the figure yet, but it will definitely come.
But after meeting I'm here with the clubs, and the clubs say scano say about the home and cow. Come the warm bread, say ski bar, chama warm na almost for you.
Yeah.
If you know a response by, I mean, can you break that down? Can you explain why?
Okay, first of all, no, they kind of a share in the pains of our clubs and our direct stakeholders. For which reason, time I get 1 million from Glo, you decided to say boy clubs. No, it gives you an indication of how much we love our clubs and how much we respect our clubs and how much we know our clubs. Okay. Now, say FIFA Mexica, say IMF Sika, Honorable Alex Ejikumo, he can speak to that. Deputy Minister Honum, FIFA Mexica, FIFA tells you exactly what you have to do with the money. Beyond the usage of the money, accounting procedures to the level say when you are accounting for funds received from FIFA, bank statements must accompany your report. They trace and see where all the funding have gone through. Now, with FIFA Forward money, you can't withdraw cash, you can't take loans on the cash, and you cannot misapply the money. It's as strict as IMF, perhaps, even though I don't have experience with the IMF. Okay, so you go through the process of explaining how FIFA fund is assessed and how FIFA funds by law, by regulations, have to be utilized by the Football Association. Again, let me repeat, FIFA Emergency COVID-19 Fund, EBEBA, and when it comes, the FA will take care of our clubs.
Okay, thank you very much. So, your GOC president, you know, a line, so a question we come out. Can you hear me, President Benunu Mensah? Okay, we will try and connect with the president. But let's and I say ask you further questions. And no, dry run now so pram. I will share the progress of work, facility the government, some financial solution center. Can you give us an update? Because saying send a cost pram.
Okay, the only say COVID-19 by council no, I Football Association council no, ACI. And I decided, say, regardless of the problems we find ourselves, I say, yes, we play a part in the fight against COVID-19. So one of the foremost things is the full utilization of our intangible assets. And our intangible asset here are our players. We have loads of players who play for our various national teams, who play locally and who play beyond the shores of Ghana. So what we did was that your communications department, engage your communications department, and your national teams department, engage your foreign-based players in important, most especially. And we got them to be part of the campaign of educating the Ghanaian public on the dangers that confront all of us on the common enemy. So yeah, FNU rolling out loads of video materials from all our, or most of our players who are playing both locally and then beyond the shores of Ghana. Even with our domestic clubs, you're encouraging via your communications department to also sell out quite a number of video materials into the public space so that people are continuously reminded about the dangers that faces all of us. Now, beyond this, your chance in a dream say, government has been talking about isolation centers, treatment centers, receptive centers, etc., etc. Okay, yeah, well, 250 bed minimum facility, or pram. You will loads of space, or assassino. So why don't we commit this or offer this to government to consider using it as one of the receptive and as isolation centers? And everybody on the council readily agreed to this suggestion, and we offered it to the government. And I think say government ACC honum to ensure say people who finally come there, especially more pram any its environs, immediate environs. So they will feel at home. My visit yesterday, I mean, new TV sets are being installed, new beds are being installed, new bed sheets, new painting. I mean, it's a major facelift by the government, and I want to say thank you to the government, right from the president to the Minister of Health, and everybody who has been connected to this big effort by the Football Association to also help our colleagues who may be suffering from this COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, Mr. Charles, your clubhouse, has there been any engagement? Yes, what clubhouse,
But what I can say to Asema besides is Swag, we're also being engaged as far as the fight for COVID is concerned. Quite be so. Now, just yesterday, in a call from Mpinfobi, now Omoni Dinkita said the constituency in which clubhouse, woman who said there's a bit of inactivity kakra intinka amanfo a wo within dan so mana wo aye affected no wo ne yedi nkita ho ahwe enti enra na wo eyi ya sutre enti e twen se formally on the krata beba na yene the General Assembly edi nkomo na ye inform ye patrons enya de a ye be premier kuma ye nyina ye boa ami akosa ntokwa na nti if formally krata ne bedu ye ho a ye be he ne ye be ho na ye be man paying for kwan na wo ma ba be use your clubhouse that's what clubhouse or send no more say.
Okay, so for you better must say my main share Deputy Minister Perry waba a line so nti yen hwese obetimi yi question bisa no kane no relationship no we aka ho me so honorable bacho government just to say ma sports for some stimulus package bi ana say omo fa mo abo wo mo ho in this very difficult period mo e wo yana
yo me that say motimenka generally no buying edin ahodo egu akwemu over the weekend there was a particular special presidential retreat and a cabinet retreat. Every sector minister was required to present a roadmap on COVID-19 pandemic effects on various sectors, and then to also input and supply a program, finance for and so in terms of nearby for each sector, in terms of say to help our various stakeholders. So minister has submitted a proposal from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and that proposal is under consideration. Like I said earlier, Gitamudia Hodo Akoso, Mijidise GOC President Akoso, in terms of engagement, any meetings Akoso, in terms of so stimulus package and Omunya Edeboa clubs na Ebema Omonso Ehu Ehenha Omo Kakra. Intisa Gitamudi Koso. I'm hoping say at the appropriate time, after studying the documents, the Finance Ministry will advise Cabinet on the next steps, and then at that point we can switch into how much and what exactly government is going to do to help the various clubs and the various federations, looking at the fact that though sporting activities have been called off, our athletes and our players cannot sit at home. They must keep in shape and keep in form, and therefore they must engage in activities ebema womu etumi akipi womu form any womu shape, in order say when the ban is lifted on sporting activities, they can go back to ply their trade and be able to excel in the various disciplines that they find themselves. Indeed, that is what I will say to that for now.
Well, the line I better part you life you clear, you're too clear. And on the relationship between the ministry and the federations. And they say some interventions. Say clubs be said the cost into more players have salary. Athletes the federations in the year have you been able to build that relationship with the federations, about some interventions or how more dealing with athletes in players or memoir.
And not midi kind as for the relationship with the federations, we have an excellent relationship. The heads of the federations, apart from the individual disciplines and the federations, anyone more ekoso edin kita in terms of preparation of their teams. Before COVID-19, myself and the team at the ministry met federation heads to discuss the way forward, plans for the year, to supply us a roadmap, and then also for them to feed into the plans for 2023. In as much as 2023 is a few years away from now, there needs to be a plan between us and the federations in how we prepare teams from the local, from districts to zonal to regional to national levels, and how we get these teams to participate in international competitions moving forward and preparing them towards Africa Games in 2023. Inti yeni womu was ankitamu ansana COVID-19 pandemic eba. COVID-19 pandemic aba nsosono. Yeni womu edaso edin kitahu. Yeni efe no, the same midi kanka yeni efe no edin kitahu as to near Ebitumia Ediabua, and every president has mentioned, said there have been meetings between or no the ministry, no any minister, as well as even senior minister, to escalate the discussion to that level in order for government to be able to ascertain what kind of help Ebitumi Ede Ama and clubs. And the point has already been made, say, especially football has suffered a great deal over the last 2 years. And that is why every president calls it COVID-19, because football has not had a stable a year over the last 2 years based on events that have occurred in that sector. And therefore, immediately as a new FA leadership comes in and is starting to rebuild a football, then a pandemic, sort of hits us. It is important to say we as government recognize how significant it is to help the FA, for instance, and also to help the GOC and the individual federations in terms of what we can do to keep the athletes and players going. That is why you also look at government intervention when it comes to time you lock it down. Government and say ABR, you share more trade sector, and I say you share more sports sector. Government's approach has been said we target every individual Ghanaian in terms of who needs a hot meal, who needs a NADMO to help them in terms of putting up, who needs any other sort of facility to help them get through the period of the lockdown. And that is why government targeted individual Ghanaians and extended the hand of help in terms of making everybody comfortable. And I believe that people across sectors have been affected by the interventions that government has brought to bear since this pandemic. However, it is important that as we speak, various sector ministers and ministries focus on how individually as sectors we can also push government and make a case for our stakeholders so that government can come to the aid of our various stakeholders. And that is where we are as we speak. And I'm hoping that in coming days, if government takes a decision on some of these things, we'll put it out and we'll engage the stakeholders to know exactly in what quantum what government is going to do to help them.
Okay. FA President. FA President, well, 5 clubs. Have you ever thought of a pay cut for your players? And then what has been the reaction from the FA when club owners begin to talk about pay cuts for their players? About many clubs in Yankee on that level. And personally, where you sit, have you had that sort of contemplation?
All right. If the president, there's a question for you. So if you can unmute your mic, I'll bet me. You have 5 clubs. What contemplates of my pay cuts, and what is the FA's position on clubs that Emma pay cuts? Okay, network issue with the president. We would ask him that question, but the GOC president Ben Mensa are joining in. Some questions. And Gary, let me get the GOC president in and ask him, President. What is the fate of athletes who might qualify for the Olympics? I have to share that question next year. Athletes are among qualify, what is the IOC's position? Are we going to still maintain the qualification times, And I say they are planning on reducing it based on the vaccine. Time there's no end in sight for coronavirus pandemic. What is the position of IOC and the GOC when it comes to athletes and qualifying athletes are qualified for next year's Olympics?
Okay. In fact, even if the Olympics was to happen, and as at the time of Corona we only had about 53% of athletes and some qualify who are then qualified. Near what it means now there were about 47% of the athletes and some took they are not even gone through their qualifiers. That is what the fact is. What is going to happen, say, most of them, because we meant to me qualifiers before Corona came in, the IOC has instructed all the international federations they are rescheduling all those qualifiers now. We're hoping, say, once the international federations comes up with the rescheduled qualifiers, 47% now cannot qualify, which of course includes some of the federations in Ghana, like weightlifting, any bad meeting. Then they can go through their qualifiers, and then hopefully we can now have the full complement of the athletes at Ebeco Games. So for that, it's not Obiana qualify yet. Now, IOC will do whatever they can to make sure that they are supporting these athletes who won't qualify yet. Those that have already qualified, as I mentioned to you earlier on, there's a package IBR for the African athletes that Anoka has put together. And I hope, say, once we get a full complement of all our athletes, this support can go to all of them.
Okay, thank you. Graham.
Yeah.
Take over.
Okay. I'm Honorable Alex Mejokumho. Let me be say, select committee interventions Ben I'm hoping to put together for our sports federations. Hello, Honorable.
Honorable Alex Mejokum, it's a question for you. Over to me on mute your mic, no to me a seminar.
I should say the network
Network young kind for say Honorable Alex Mejokum, for instance, or on the constituency in Poho and Awajimre any year said it's very important. The service to God and country in Wajimre, President Benin Mensa, for instance, a Busuye and Sujahoa when he said this said you may into the Domin Assessment or Magic Penny any this said you may. Graham, Mamen called the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports home. Happy FM, for instance, you call around the country at all the sports centers are the Ministry of Youth and Sports are on one of their departments and as agencies, youth employment, AC across the country. Any omuko din komo, a bit 70% complete, a bit 60% complete, a bit 40% complete. But when you share, was said by July, dear, no we are not present in our inaugurations. And a COVID-19 aba, BBI a standstill. We bet me affected the completion date of the 10 regional sports centers. A see, a bit me affect you, and can also a bit me affected. The preparations for 2023 All African Games because now Honorable Jacob because say a chance in the preparations somewhere way bit me affect mo amaha mo plans some more they host 2023 Olympic All African Games.
Yo, what name that's it? No correct. To say di kind e kan nkomodi ahase no. No correct ni say pandemic affected the nothing is left out because within this period, ejuma anka esese ekoso ma projects etumi yedi be na yema president commissions our projects for some time now contractors into me enye ejuma and once omuntu me enye ejuma no there's no way on be to me ewie projects in July as planned, unless in the next couple of weeks the situation in Ghana changes. However, we are hoping we'll be able to turn things around more quickly for them to be able to complete the projects because Nietieni said some of the projects are about 85% complete. Some are between 60 to 70% complete. Intino, we're hoping, say, we'll put a certain roadmap in place. By the time you be free COVID-19 situation, we'll be able to speed up work for most of the projects to be completed at least within the last quarter before the year ends. On preparations for 2023, it's affected us greatly because for 2023, for instance, in the month of April, the inspection teams from the Africa Union, for instance, were supposed to be here for about a week or so to and then for us to do presentations to them on the roadmap for 2023. Plans are a war, stadium fufra pese yesi. Renovation works are facilities any idea. You can also see that though we have COVID-19, we're still pushing ahead. For instance, if you saw some of the things we intend to do with 2023, and it's we're doing a facelift for all our existing facilities. Accra Sports Stadium renovation is ongoing, hasn't ended. We've started Babayara in Kumasi. We also said last week, Minister went to cut sword for a Sipong to be brought, up to speed in terms of renovation works to start in a Sipong. Though COVID-19 has prevented us from doing certain things, we are still pushing. We'll make sure some of the things that we plan to do still come on stream. Into renovation works, also. Yene contractors, National Youth Authority, Youth Resource Centers, so that we can find a way of pushing for them to complete these projects. What has affected us really is the work on the major project, which is the National Olympic Complex we intend to put up for 2023. Because to me, any meetings, Africa Union for no end to me, share that say in later in the year or mobile processes are necessary to be able to finalize procurement issues have not been completed. We're hoping moving forward when things die down we'll be able to complete these processes for us to break ground and start construction for the new Olympic complex.
Okay. All right. Every president, Manager.
Yeah, the every president is live. Benjamin,
okay.
Really good.
Five clubs. Have you ever thought or contemplated, you have a pay cut for the players and club owners, and you think we want to have a pay cut? Has it come to the FA's attention in terms of this conversation? What really is the conversation? Where is it going?
Okay, first of all, I share in the pain of all actors in the sport, players, referees, match commissioners, video operators, venue media officers, our cameramen, our players, our security operatives, our sponsors, the FA staff, our regional officers are sharing their pain because we are talking about life, okay? And once the whole industry is brought to a standstill, then you should know, the enormity of the challenge facing all of us as human beings is enormous. Now, coming back to what question of Isa, throughout the world, when there is a situation like this, people look at the sport and discuss issues that directly affect commerce, economics. That includes salary payments. Now, I think, by way of principle, FIFA is very, very clear. say we should look at not disrupting the inflows of the key actors of the sport. However, there's also a way out of it where individual companies or clubs are allowed to engage and to take individual decisions. And I think since pandemic, we've been discussing such issues, but as an FA, we do not intend to go contrary to what FIFA directs us to do, not at all.
Okay, every president, but I mean, a question way. And Ghana over 5,000 cases.
Move ball.
Questions in the bar, Bama.
Yeah, the one cast on more per ball and Camilla make us on more per ball.
Just president, that's probably we come in a minute.
Yeah.
And then the Ghanaian situation here over 5,000 cases, precisely 5,127 cases. The world confirmed cases in 4,226,000 cases now confirmed in the world. Do you think that based on their cost around us and the cost of Hano, you ain't trying to league now here, bono, you be about 40 matches, be about 50 matches.
But yeah, bad boy. But may answer a question. They only say council no and they to me say you be share na ya discussing. Indeed, during your last meeting, my home up to June 30th, where you be a definite statement. Within this period, you better continue to engage. Let me say, I'm working closely with your medical committee led by the very experienced Dr. Baba, Dr. Percy, and Dr. Kofi Ablo. Share all scenarios possible. Say you truncate you, say you cancel, say you continue. The medical committee share all possible scenarios to be able to advise us. And once we get that advice, I'll go to the state authority, Ministry of Youth and Sports, and engage. Let me say, it is true, in certain countries, women cancel leagues. It's also true, in certain countries, women cancel cry. It's also true, in certain countries, almost suspend the year and they are coming back. Okay, in the last few days, personally, I've been engaging the Bundesliga directly. I've taken custody of their protocol guidelines. I've engaged managers of the Premier League in the Czech Republic. And I've also engaged the managers of the Danish Super League, and then one more managing Portugal football. Now, ENRA may take custody of all their protocols. And countries here want to bring the game back. I've also taken custody of documents from Oma Stopo game in totality. Now, all these documents, I'm handing over your medical committee. They are the experts, experts. They will look at it with their enormous years of experience, put together. I'm sure they will put together a document for us to consider. And see, make us say, Obi anya botre. Say you jaya, you jaya. Say you continue, you continue. Say you truncate, so to say, you truncate. You consider all options available that confront us.
Every president, supporters, so front, what we engage in terms of protocols in the event we decide to have the league back.
Well, to say I don't know what the advice from the medical committee led by Dr. Baba would be, but like I said, you're better engaging all key stakeholders, and that includes your supporters. Unfortunately, let me be very honest, unless there is a vaccine sometime soon, management and consumption of football will never be the same again, at least in the next year or two. It will never be the same again. I'm saying again, unless there's a vaccine, management and consumption of football and football-related products will never be the same. in the next year or in the next 2 years. Okay, it's important when it is signal very, very clear. All key stakeholders must be taken through the engagement process, and that includes our supporters, our support groups, and we will not renege on that.
Okay, Maminko, Honorable Alex Ejeko, Honorable interventions being a select committee, no more hope is media federations in moving forward.
Yo, me that say, so far no, what to say, discussions are costing no, you a center more on the epicenter and Crawford games na effort be pa na time no yama omo actually na me wo some few intervention sibia omo akano any advice. The very first one na me mano was saying bi so American internet and call off. Now it was about the fact to say yeah keken hu hina ne stimulus package ne aban meboa ne bibia no adepa ko a ese hina ye hyase se obi obeka se omampanyini nani ne sports, and I'm mentioning sports na bia nimpa no for the past 3 years no on follow trend omampanyini akoma da sports ho papa enunti na analysis for say by wohwe Zurich omampanyini ma committee koye ne FIFA for kwashi ya ma Ghana na yewo at the verge of international isolation yankopon eya adoma ma eno ne yanko mu a normalization ba yema ene me brother Kate sisiela omukita driving seat ya or driver the affairs of the FA no. Now we have at the back of us history that should guide us in everything that we do. And I would say, yes, a red committee, no, we are playing a mediation role. Sabi, yen yema orders the emphasis go in kwa yankwa. Na mumsikano dia abano etiko hadia. Say yes, say adia abano can say mumfasikano konkwa yeno mo ye. It do baby swani ama recommendation. Nti special competition. Enti edru baby na sebi normalization special competition twimami twimbi ba Premier League na Division 1 ket na ni twimwa mo ba parliament na kitanwa edidi ya ma the game no eba baka in fact iguswa ma Premier League ne sa nsemi aba bedru baby aba bedru na the American ne say menu ya ket betie me a mpanyinfo asem a bakano true obo kashira na yeswa stimulus package ya kan aban outline and na paying na menya course PA na aban specifically one mention sports. Does it mean say sports for nkanam se there be sports for be kan ho papa o man paying na kuma edda sports including football, the passions of the nation. Enti dia ye kan say proposals bia no a Kate and the council pay my pen akum because sikabia ibitwa bano it will not just be a free money who call ya na say aban be making sure say agency be and the criteria be better all the institutions that are going to benefit from the stimulus package will be meeting standard. It will be there. So in as much as
all right, honorable network, no, yeah, rough into your Binyana, your manu, I don't know, SC.
Hello.
Okay, honorable,
yeah. The American said, Senyami Yadum, and now internal arrangement by ye at Tomu package ya. Omo lay down with the command buying recommendation with the command applying no sesisiano na buying through the ministry at the BB to parliament anymore. Yet TBA Mr. Speaker will refer it say be a joint committee of finance and youth and sports on assure say ye na ye dem boa bete ye na de say ye industry no be chefa ekom no ye benya but it will depend say omo anu so no and she say about ya to ho to receive such a stimulus package, a idea meet all the criteria. Number two, the another may can be a say, I have every confidence in the executive council. Now, FIFA forward funds are the na emergency COVID fund. So it is going to be contingent on certain criteria. Now, I want to believe, say, industry no onemu dada. And she say, "Biano obeye ma eduwa sa criteria no yensa beka say oye 500,000 say emergency fund na enam kwemu ebeba eba yensa beka yende na question the industry ne nankasa in general." Of course, I agree with him. Sikani yadeba criteria you can misapply, but the end say yenso enkonkoba ne say bibi akoba ne nti ho amiti we nti sikano no mo ntwentwe amodie nso ene na ebeye me ya me wi a me ba GOC me brother Ben Nunu wo mu say yenim say yes Tokyo 2020 ya postponed bibia na athletes one more qualify no one more qualify ni hina. But what we want to say is say ene COVID is no wa maye enya sua hu bebre. We want to believe say yen Ghana team wherever they are training na eso omo ye bibia meetings via virtual conferences I say underground whether GOCO it's on the international level be behind Emma say only say nobody knows when things are going to be normalized. Only then the paperwork, the decisions that we need to be taken in the background, Now, when during the COVID-19 period, then we are going back. And I'm saying these things to the ministries and agencies that are all involved in our sporting industry. Let us work. And and look at the conferences that we are having. So things that have gotten to do with paperwork there, mesre say mama yemfa COVID-19 no emfa mama ye excuse. Where we need to send report, we must send report. Where we need to do conferencing, a bema ye take decision be on the background. Now we are, I'm saying, the lastly, I want to use this opportunity to thank the minister and then the ministry sincerely. Say the ABA at least knocking at their doors and may how on the Sipon Stadium, since 2008 on the budget by specifically at the budget hearing. We catch them say in fact on the mean pass a Western region Sipon, chairman of the youth and sports, me backyard now Sipon said the NSCA iron, but I'm so happy that
honorable and the last one can wear. Mufa Jendu Park and come my way.
Oh, that's saying no, say we na ye no. To be honest with you,
Jendu Park no, and I come as far to move and so come my.
Yeah, but the aye can say the government of the day is doing all these things.
Oliver
Twist.
But
the government of the day is doing.
Jendu Park has a technical problem why it cannot be expanded. I'm sure.
No, but we can fix it to use it as it is. I'm not talking about expansion.
Yes. Okay. We know that where FC other places are training pitches, it will be taken care of. And I'm also going to advise that Western Regional Sports Council for ensure na basic things be minister, deputy minister. I know more air call say or more yimba ngakrawa ebema omkutukuma ayeshino but I want to believe this here eba on board you bet me share na satellite training pitches when we bring live a Sipon, I'm telling you, National Sports Authority CEO OTA income debeba ket no activities ikoswa niema debeba o mine no enya agro na mo hwe hu se kekus na enne bibia na ye de hwa Sipon na lack of maintenance.
Me who says see
yeah talk about some cause say honorable Sempa person catch deputy sports minister you make creative avenue area ma Alexander Kumuna with me I engage deputy minister importantly my main business question and this question goes to all of you Mr. Tefree deputy sports minister Honorable Perekuyeto, but based on baby, I would say any ministry say the sports ministry. I mean, your minister is the cabinet minister. I'm sure say or science or data no. Should the Ghana Premier League be course to say suspended no? Yen chemwana na yen twaso ebia in August and I say in September and I say yen chef for in September na yen chef for us kra.
Brenya.
Near Tiani said, to say near every president that it's too early in the day. Say Rebecca say yes, I just say Nkemu and I say my Nkemu. Like he said, no, on also the medical team or more advice, just as government led by President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and so our medical team or more advice as to how as a country, you know, how we can get back to the normal ways we used to have before the pandemic. One thing also we need to consider, especially when it comes to football, is reiterating this point to say Ghana football has suffered a great deal in the last 2 years. And therefore, it is very important to say in strategizing moving forward for the league and the sustainability of the league and to make sure say things are done in a way in football. No? These things must go into the decision making and in the as in how we would either say suspend the league now and say I'm hoping say when the medical people advise both the FA and government and generally on how we can go back to resuming normalcy, you know, those things would also come into play in taking a decision. But I would strongly advise to say, based on BBI free abano, niya ebeya ebebua na itumi atwaso in order for us to say we can save our game, because niya tiani said football in particular, no, the decisions that will be taken moving forward will affect a lot of things. The development of our game at the lowest level, juvenile level, at Division 1, 2, 3, and then also our women's football and our premiership, as well as how we constitute our national teams and how our players perform at various competitions. You know, all of these things must be taken into consideration in taking such a decision. I'm hoping, sir, based on the advice from the technical people, we will come to a final conclusion as to what to do moving forward.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Pambo, an expert view. Say, Dr. Pambo, if you can hear me, your final view on the ongoing season and as the suspended season, if say if Dr. Pambo can. Okay. Right about now, no, 10 minutes past 11. That's the Cassia Ebema will be our gym journey via Zoom, share more knowledge on the ECOSO, on the impact of COVID-19 on sports. Ebeda Deputy Sports Minister, I say, Perry Okujeto, Ebeda, the President of the Ghana Football Association. Okay.
Yeah, and same here.
Briefly, I'm the GOC president.
Barrister, maybe be a final word. So, Barrister, maybe be a final word. So, but my main name penifoni in us GFA President Ketia Sukreku, Honorable Alexis Jekum, Chairman for Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports and Culture, President of the GOC Benunu Mensa, Charles Osesibe, General Secretary at the Sports Rights Institution of Ghana. That would be us. But Honorable Perekuyeto, your final word now, Yenko will be a final word on Yerapia.
Yo, me that's it. Medo BBS say it to me a day nkitaho basically on an industry, and the things we can do to bring back, to keep our sector alive in the midst of this pandemic. For us as a ministry, with leadership from Honorable Isaac Isiama, our minister, so any stakeholders no nkitaho. Ishaya SSA Igwa Kwemwa Beboa Ama Opia and moving forward, no. Kitamundia was a yedi ewa bemu in order say Beboa Ama sports any youth issues. It to me a jinan and nine so Ama Ghana we will do our best to make sure say we take the right steps and take the right decisions in making sure our sector survives in the midst of the pandemic.
Honorable Alex Ejekum. Honorable Alex Ejekum, but something can for final word now. It's me. Sorry, so. Okay, my man called the president of the Ghana Football Association, the GFA president. If final word say.
Well, I'm saying, Madam Wasi, I think say. To think through and bring such a concept together means a lot to the football industry. And you continue to play a very positive role in the development of sports in this country. With the sector minister, Honorable Isiama, for all the support. I think we have worked very closely together and will continue to work very closely together. And I know, at the end, everybody will see the effort, the work, and time that we have spent together positively. Deputy Minister, I'm so grateful. You've always been a brother to me. Honorable Alex Ejekum, so grateful all the time, opening your doors and picking up phone calls. My own president, Benunu, me really feel 8,000 on the chair. Me really feel that. It was so timely for the U23 team at Echo Egypt. It was so timely. And I must say, swag. I will forever be a member. I'm grateful. Graham, I'm grateful to my clubs. The Executive Council shares in their pain during this challenging period. We are in this together. So we are club owner, club executive from Premier League, Women's Premier League, National Division 1 League, your regional leagues, all our regional, in quotes, regional ministers, that is the RFAs, across the length and breadth of Ghana. We play a big part in the lives of every Ghanaian. Okay, we bring hope. We offer aspirations to people who would not normally be found from the woods of Ghana. We heal wounds. It is this time that we need to stay together as a family, because no single individual has answers to all the problems facing the football industry. And at this moment, or during these trying periods, you hear Obibiara to stay together. We'll disagree, but let's disagree internally. Let's fight internally, and let's agree on the best foot to put forward for the Football Association. I think I need the support of everybody in this country, whether you're a ball boy, you're a security officer. We need everybody to be dancing to the same tune to bring the past glories back to Ghana. I believe, we have enough quality in this country by way of personnel, by way of intangible assets. And I believe with very good management, Ghana football, we are yearning for the big trophy, just like the president said, Nana Akufo-Addo said. We are yearning for the big trophy, the AFCON trophy, the Champions League trophy. We will, by the grace of the Almighty God, bring these trophies to Ghana. Okay.
President Kurt Emedasipa, President Benunu Mensah, your final word in 30 seconds.
Not just 10 seconds, Mr. O. The few issues that I would have pointed out if I had been on the line consistently. Now, okay, one question I would like to leave with Ghanaians, I ending this program is, why say BIA performances at games keeps going down and down from the time Alisanum were top in Africa? Your boy athletics and I see your boy other discipline, boxing, javelin, and the Ghana were tops. Why? The answer is that we have stopped investing in these disciplines. And I'm picking it from where Honorable Ohini Alex Ejekum took it, and then what the Deputy Minister has said. So we have so many other disciplines, so many other talented youth in this country. But as a nation, we seem to have forgotten, say, there are other disciplines maybe also they need care, they need people to look at them. That is why the performances in Africa is going on. We hear most of the athletes who have already qualified for Olympic Games now. Let me see, I won't say, how much did we as a people invest in these athletes? Nothing. They all these things on their own. Federation competition. So when we are talking about Ghana sports, until we'll go back to what we used to do during in a champion era, and I said those in the recent era, we invested in my athletes, camping baby, and prepare them for games. Our performance in international level will keep coming down. And for me, this is what I want to leave with all of us. Do we want to just do one or be one discipline nation and I say a multiple sports nation? If that is the issue, then I think, say, your level of investment in the other sporting discipline, which as we speak now is virtually zero. I think so. And this I'm leaving with the Deputy Minister and the Honorable Jeku. But let me say, I really appreciate Honorable Jeku. He's been one person, I can say, any day you call him, and if you want a meeting, he's always there for you. And I think, say, the members on the committee, I hope so, ACR from his right leadership. I think, say, he's been very excellent. Of course, there's nothing much as parliament they can do in terms of financing, funding your sport. But I think where he has to move is really moving, and I really appreciate him. And of course, Perry is a brother. He's more like a brother. We speak mainly on a daily basis, and I think that he's a wonderful guy. He himself with the minister are doing very well. But for the least finance sports, I think we should be doing more than we are doing.
Barrister, with the mayor of Bonnie, I say time no aso because of TV into also the time no so. But thank you all for this wonderful discussion. All right, Graham, I'll wrap up with it. My main penny phone so that we will wrap up together. And so I mean now penny phone in our say, one more tea in our say that say for joining us.
Just before you go, me patrol catching phone in our say, yes, now more media near a major stakeholder to the GFA President Honorable Alex Ejekum, Mr. Benunu Mensa, everybody. And what we are one be piano, one kind media, no essence a major stakeholder.
All right, thank you very much. Yo, yeah, that's the power, Barrister. Gary, Graham, Benjamin, really Graham. I'm Saudi, sir. My Saudi. It's been a wonderful mid-morning. I've enjoyed myself truly. I don't know about you though.
And I've learned a lot from them. They have given us a lot of insights on what we need to do as media, and of course, where they sit, they have the power. And we are grateful for the education, and we hope that we engage them more so we can also sell out the information to our stakeholders. Into Honorable Alex, FA President, and of course, Charles Osei, everybody, thank you very much, and we are grateful for your support.
All right, you better Happy FM, ETV Ghana, and GTV Sports Plus. You better penny joining us. So, it's been a wonderful discussion here. Hopefully, you better remember more beyond with some very informative discussions once again. Me also, I'm a sophomore Sabuakwa. Any team so abetrasi the same P. Abre Mountain Kebion. Sorry, so bye bye.